Welcome to the Tuesday, November 11th edition of the Morning Update. Hey, don't forget to find the donate button at the top of the page and click it and give us a one-time or monthly donation. All of this costs us a lot of money, and we fund everything with our readers, so I hope you'll take a minute to even just give us $5. I mean, really, every little dollar helps. So yesterday we talked on Grok Talk about the shutdown and an agreement the Democrats had arrived at with Republicans to end the filibuster, which they voted to do. And I didn't know a lot of the details about it at the time. I have a little bit more information now, and I think the situation is a lot more amusing for Republicans than I thought it would be. I found some more details today as I was scrolling around, and Democrats basically surrendered. It sounds like they had to give up. They didn't have a choice. Their key signature issue, which was funding the ACA, the best they could do was a promise that there would be a vote on the issue. Of course, there already was a promise of a vote on the issue. That's not new. So they didn't win anything there, and they gave up everything because nothing about this deal includes that funding for the ACA, and there's a really good reason for it. According to Jeff Childers over at Coffee and COVID, last week, Trump sank the Democrats into the pressure cooker and locked the lid. Here are the four biggest ways. The administration ensured that Democrats were squeezed from both ends of their electorate. Snappers on the bottom as food stamps trickled out in slow motion. And starting this weekend, laptop class elites at the top whose flights were canceled and delayed. Senate Republicans busily advanced a minibus bill that would have funded SNAP and the military, which Democrats would have been forced to vote against, with ensuring horrible optics and painful political gymnastics. Can you imagine? They already voted against military funding. And this and SNAP, they would have to say no, and apparently that applied just enough pressure in all the right places. Trump started using the shutdown as an excuse to nuke the filibuster, and if that ever happened, as we've discussed at length, Dems lose everything and they know it. Most explosively, Trump nipped off the Dems' affordability narrative while they were looking the other way. He tweeted a chart showing that Obamacare subsidies don't go to needy patients, but to rich insurance companies. Then he showed how insurance stock prices rocketed over 1,000% since Obamacare passed. Believe it or not, this particular issue, sending the money to the insurance companies and not the people, this is something that there are Democrats who would jump on board with. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Anyway, it also goes directly to the problem of young Americans who are the ones who the Democrats are trying to attract by saying your insurance is going to be incredibly, impossibly expensive, and we're going to try to help you. Well, no, they were going to fund insurance companies who were then going to screw them over anyway. And so now the young people and the affordability issue has become a Republican issue. And if Democrats want to come along for the ride, they have to talk about how come we're funding insurance companies and not people. So that's a that's a big friggin' problem. So back to Jeff. Over the weekend, President Trump tweeted at Senate Republicans, encouraging them in all caps to send the money straight to patients, not rich insurance companies. And boom, almost as if coordinated, Senator Rick Scott of Florida, whose pre-politics fortune was made in Medicare claims processing, tweeted he was already drafting a bill. We totally agree, POTUS. I'm writing the bill right now. We must stop taxpayer money from going to insurance companies and instead give it directly to Americans in HSA-style accounts and let them buy the health care they want. This will increase competition and drive down costs. The Democrat I mentioned, Senate Finance Ranking Member from Portland, Representative Ron Wyden, called Republicans acting against giant insurance companies a positive sign. Quote, if they're serious about going after the big insurance companies, I'm very interested in talking to them. So while Democrats were fooling around thinking about new ways to blame President Trump for the shutdown, which he has absolutely no control over unless he was to refuse to sign a bill to reopen the government, they managed to steal the youth/affordability argument right out from underneath them. I really didn't see it coming. I guess I should have, but I didn't. I don't know if you did. I don't know what you think about it. Again, there's probably a lot of details buried inside there that we need to look for, but it sounds like Democrats have a problem. They've lost the fight, and now they're fighting with each other. And just a week after their supposed massive wins, they're not happy about it. Bernie Sanders isn't happy about it. Ro Khanna isn't happy about it. And I think it's hilarious. I think it's really hilarious because two of the senators involved are from the state of New Hampshire, and they're both Democrats. Let's see how they fare with the base. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.